Derrick Bates worked 27 years as a frontline paramedic and has received a Queen Elizabeth Diamond Jubilee Medal, as well as an Exemplary Service Medal for over 25 years of work. As the trainer for the Blind River Beavers junior hockey team, he is beloved by his players and fellow staff. He is the glue that holds the team together. Congratulations, Derrick, for winning the Tom Pashby Trainer of the Year award.
My oldest son began playing in minor hockey. My Josh is 22. So I started as a trainer with his team a long time ago, 15, 16, 17 years ago. But I couldn't fulfill the whole thing, the whole commitment because of work and other activities and others. I just couldn't be committed to the team. So eventually that lasted about 2 years. Then I left the team and he just carried on with his hockey with his mother. We were separated at the time. Then my son started playing hockey from my second marriage, and he's just been going nonstop like a crazy fool. So I joined up with his minor hockey team. I've been with them for 10 years. And then as far as the Beavers, I joined the Beavers kind of in a strange way. They had a player, Caleb Sari, our golden boy. He went down in the corner after a hit from Rayside. And I was actually just at the game watching it. And it knocked him out and he stayed down in the corner. And the trainer that they had at the time was doing everything wrong as far as, patient condition and what he should be doing, what he shouldn't be doing. So when Caleb didn't get up from the ice and the panic kind of set in and, ambulances were called and all that kind of stuff, I went over to see if I could help. And that was the beginning of my time with the Beavers. I was offered a job the next day. Well, there's been so many. I love the good times with the team. I love the family part of the team. Here in Blind, it's a little different than, I was told in the beginning, and I've seen now, I should say, let me correct that. The way other teams are handled, the way that they're managed, the way that they're coached and stuff like that. I'm glad to be here. I think this is the right spot, the right fit for me. The boys that Kyle brings in for the team are outstanding young men. 99% of the time, you get that one, right? And it's a family. It really is. Like, look after each other. You got each other's back through thick and thin. It's the team first mentality. I love the structure of the team. I guess the time that I spent down with Team NOJHL down in Ottawa, Trenton. We were down at Trenton for the tournament last year. That was pretty spectacular because I got to see a lot of talent from across the country, not just provincially or from the Quebec League and stuff like that, the Maritimes. Canada's got a lot of hockey talent, and that week that we spent in Trenton was very good because it was so fast. The hockey was so fast, just a very high caliber of play, and I really enjoyed that. I love being on the bench. I love the excitement of the bench. The cat calling, if you will, and it's just, I don't know, it's just part of the game. It's just really addictive. So you get immersed in it. You don't get it. I can remember that when the Broncos had their tragedy and everybody was talking about the hockey family. I think that was around the time that it started to make sense that it really was a hockey family, that those boys that lost their lives affected a lot of boys across the province or the country for that matter. And I think it's, I really enjoy that hockey family type of atmosphere and what it brings to the games. Volunteering in my life goes back a long ways. I started with the Blind River volunteer firefighters when I was 15. I just turned 49. So I was with them for almost 30 years, 27 years. Went through the ranks, got to be the deputy chief, and then had some family issues through the first marriage and stuff like that just I couldn't handle, let alone work, let alone all the other activities that I had. So I left that service. I volunteered with the OPP through the provincial stop program, which is a snowmobile trail officers program. And I did that. I was a coordinator for that in our area for 6 years, 6 years. And then the OPP got rid of that program. It was too expensive and cutbacks and all that jazz. And then my volunteering with hockey has been kind of on and off for the last 20 years or so. I find that if you're volunteering in the right place, let me put that out there first, I find you get as much reward or more than if you were getting a paycheck. Like my position with the Beavers is a volunteer position. There's no, I'm just there because I enjoy it. You know, I like being there for the boys. I like that they feel that they can come and talk to you and because the coaching staff and myself is a little different. The kids will come to me before they'll go to the coach if they've got a problem. And I think everybody appreciates that. I'm kind of the liaison between the two. When the coach isn't prepared to talk to the team, it just seems to work out. But as far as the volunteering, yeah, it's been so a part of my life for so long. I don't know what I'd do without it. I feel the commitment that I have to. Well, no, that's not true. I want to. That's been the biggest eye-opening kind of situation for me. Because of my background with the OPP, with the fire service, with the ambulance service, it's kind of a paramilitary type of atmosphere. So there's ranks, there's bosses, there's people in command, and so on and so forth. And since I left my work as a paramedic, it's been kind of missing from my life since I retired. Now with the team, I get some of that back, and I almost long for it. I need it in my life because I've had it for so long. I don't know how to live normally, if you will. And I know that sounds kind of cliche, but I'm not that 9 to 5 kind of guy. Weekends off. I like my world in a mess. I like the clutter. Hockey has given me back that structure. It shows great discipline. It shows we're very orientated as far as education and stuff here for our kids. So there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes with that. I didn't know happened, and it was very impressive. School is very important to Kyle, and he insists that the kids, whether it's high school, whether it's online learning, whether they're preparing to leave, for a college or university and hopefully play hockey, that's number one with this team. And I really appreciate that. I think that as much as hockey is, a team sport, and it's a lot more fun to win than it is to lose, it's not pushed like that. I think they're gaining life skills that they'll take on for the rest of their life, just how to deal with people and how to interact. And I would say that's probably the biggest thing. Yeah, like I like the structure of it. I was very surprised to get the call, first of all, that I had won this award. I've been doing a lot of homework trying to figure out who the hell put my name forward or where this came from, because it was so out of the blue. And when I spoke with Kyle and the coaching staff, they're like, no, we didn't do it. Only to find out that one of my, I call them my boys. There's always that group. You just mesh, and Bothwell and I have always been close. And to find out that he was, he left the team, he aged out, and been traded down south because of an injury, to know that he put my name forward. He's the biggest softie that one of the biggest softies that I've ever met. But for a player to put me forward, that says something, and that means the world. That means, you know, what I'm doing here is making a difference. It shows that the appreciation. It shows that they know I care. So it was to know that it came from one of my boys that sent it home, that nailed it the rest of the way home. I think it takes the right person to volunteer. I don't think everybody's cut out for volunteering. Not anymore anyways. There's too many people that are about me, if you will. Volunteering, like, where would we be without it? There would be no minor hockey in Blind River without volunteering. All of our, like, I'm a member of the minor hockey board. If it wasn't for us, there'd be no hockey. The organization that needs to be done, and, you know, these positions cannot be paid because we're a small town, and we like to keep our fees down so that everybody can participate and have the opportunity. We have some of the lowest fees in the league here. The fact that people are volunteering the way they are, it would be nice if there was more. But when you get the right group together, and I think with the Beavers, they have a very good group, with Robbie at the helm, and then all the billet, the way the system is set up for the billet parents and the billet coordinator and all that, all those volunteer positions, they kind of mesh, they kind of work together, and it's kind of neat to see. A lot of people don't get it. They don't understand why you would waste your time, but I don't see it like that. It's never been a waste of time for me. It's always been something that I've enjoyed. I think you need to give back. I think we're lost without it. I think people just need to give a little, you know, like, people were there when I was growing up, and I think it's a turnaround. I think you got to give back just the way you received it in the beginning. It's who I am. It's part of me.